Yo, shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday.
I'm doing Gangnam Style.
Can't take you anywhere.
Hi everyone, Miranda here. So today I have the wonderful Will Kostakis here with me.
Hey-o.
Hello, and we look exactly the same as last time because, you know, we are like that.
Budget cuts.
Budget cuts, we dress the same. Will, if you don't know, is the author of The Psychics, and the interview that I did with him, I'll leave down below in the description, so make sure to check that out. The Unpopular Opinions book tag. Are you ready for this?
Yes, I am.
He hasn't read the questions probably because
No,
he likes to make them
I've
up
got to
on
go
the
in
spot.
fresh, so
This is exciting.
this could possibly end my career. I'm excited.
You ready? It's a bit of like a downer, these questions. A popular book or series that you didn't like?
So I have to answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I answer as well.
Oh, is this so bad? Well, you know what? I'll go for an easy one. The Twilight series.
You didn't like Twilight?
You liked Twilight?
I like Twilight.
No, see, I've got bias where my first book came out the same day as Breaking Dawn.
Oh.
And you know which one went on to become a massive hit.
Oh, but you never know. You never know. Look
Yeah,
at where she made her career.
Now, any day now, Loathing Lola is going to rise to the top of the bestsellers.
It's gonna rise, yeah, and it's gonna be the next movie.
It's going to come back in print, then become a hit.
Hey, if John Green can make it, you can make it. Anything's possible and anything can happen. I think mine would have to be the Red Rising series. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it.
Peace Brown. Oh, I found it really hard to get into, and halfway through, and especially towards the end, like it was well written. I'm not denying that. It's just I found it really hard to get into. I kept soldiering on and trying to fight it out to the end, but I just couldn't do it. Another one is Red Queen. Even though I went on to buy the second one, which is Glass Sword, I don't know why. It just doesn't sync and meld well in my head for some weird reason. Maybe I want to give it another go though. Like I'm all for giving them another go. Maybe we should give Twilight another go.
Maybe never.
Maybe never.
No.
So question number 2. A popular book or series that everyone else seems to hate, but you love.
50 Shades of Grey.
Really?
Because it's hilarious.
It's
It is
hilarious?
the funniest thing I've ever read in my life. Like, it brings me so much joy.
Really?
Like, it's the
50
worst
Shades
book
of Grey.
ever.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the worst.
The worst.
But it's just, there's this sort of line graph where you've got, you know, enjoyment of a book and how good it is.
Yeah.
Where if it's really, really good, you enjoy it. Then when it's kind of in the middle, you don't really enjoy it. But if it's really, really bad, you start to enjoy it again.
Yeah,
50 Shades is the peak.
Did you see the movie?
No.
The movie's hilarious. So I think I can get where the book's
Yeah.
coming from in the book's perspective.
Nothing beats my mum's description of it. Because
Really?
my mum made me go buy it for her.
Oh, really?
So I went into the bookstore and they're like, oh, you're Will Kostakis. And I'm like, great. I just got
Great.
recognised buying 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh,
And I'm
fantastic.
like, Mum, did you like it? She's like, yeah, but there was a lot of butt stuff. And I'm like, Mum, this isn't where your butt is.
My book doesn't have a lot of butt stuff that I'm about to answer for this question.
I'm always elevating the conversation wherever I go.
My favourite book series is Fallen by Lorraine Kate. No butt stuff there, it's more PG rated. Apparently people tend to not like it, but I love it so much. It's about fallen angels and all that stuff. Haven't heard of it?
I haven't heard of it, no.
Fallen Lorraine Kate.
But in terms of like a YA book that I wish, not so much people didn't like, but I
That
wish
had
more
butt
people
stuff?
had read it. No, there's no butt stuff. The Reluctant Hallelujah by Gabrielle Williams. She's a
Okay.
Melbourne-based author.
Yeah.
Really, really, really fascinating book. But if I told you what it's about, it would spoil it.
Really?
So I just pick it up, don't even look at the blurb,
Don't even look
and
at it?
just read it. Like within the first 20 pages, you'd be like, what on earth am I reading? A love triangle where the main character ended up with the person you didn't want them to end up with, or an OTP that you don't like.
Throne of Glass! Have you read it?
I know about the OTP. I haven't read it yet.
More than a love triangle, it's a love square. Yeah, it's one of those. And I tell you, the main character, I'm not going to spoil it for those people that haven't read it. One second she's with this guy, in the next book she's with that guy, then the third book she's with another guy, and then...
Yeah, but that's okay. Like, you're allowed to. It doesn't mean you're in a square. Are the other guys still in the picture?
Yeah, they're all in the picture.
But is she still like, oh, okay, I don't...
When you read it, you understand, but that would
I like how
probably...
you say when. Yes!
When.
Definitely will read that.
If you start writing a bit of fantasy, it's a good one to kind of get some ideas because she writes really well, but it'd probably be that. What about you?
I didn't like the ending of the Hunger Games series. I didn't like. I
You didn't
thought
like it,
they
yeah.
really, really just sort of forced her into going with Peter by
Yeah.
making the other guy whose name is now completely, I've lost it.
Peter and
Hot one.
the hot one, Liam Hemsworth, Gale.
Gale. They just were like, okay, we're just going to sort of disqualify him. They did. Through the plot, they disqualified him.
Yeah, they did.
Like, he was doing what he had to do. I really think that they cheated a bit. And I don't think she was particularly happy.
Yeah, and the ending, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's especially in the movies as well, it just didn't come across as great.
A popular book genre that you hardly reach for.
Biographies. I don't really go for a lot of them. I have a few on my shelf. More in school, I read them.
Yeah.
But now I just don't really go for them a lot. I have contemporaries on my shelf and I'm starting to read more of them. And in the past I didn't. I was more your sci-fi fantasy.
Me, it's sci-fi. But I'm slowly being steered into that direction because I read Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman's Illuminate.
Wasn't that fantastic?
Loved
oh
it.
My
Can't
gosh.
wait for Gemini. That sort of steered me back into, okay, maybe I've been missing out.
A popular or beloved character that you did not like?
Harry Potter.
Really? Yeah. No personality. He was a bit bland, wasn't he?
It's not that he's not personality, but I just felt like he never earned anything. And I don't think the books... Like, they dealt with it a bit, like with Ron's jealousy, but I don't think they really addressed that he had greatness thrust upon him as a label, but he never lived up to it. Right. Hermione is the great one.
Hermione's amazing. Hermione's the god. There was this whole thing about whether Hermione should have ended up with Harry.
I think, cursed child, we're going to get a Harry-Ginny divorce. I think that is definitely, on the cards. I endorse that wholeheartedly.
Do you OTP Harry and Ginny?
No. Just Ginny is the worst. She was just like Gyprock in a red wig. Like, there was no character work done. Like, what did she do? And didn't at one point she make a love potion trying to give it to Harry in like one of the early books? There's this very dubious consent with magic potions in those books.
I think what you said before, for me it'd be Peter Murdoch. Because I felt, firstly, like you said, even in the first movie, The Hunger Games, when they were in that cave, felt just the relationship was so forced. And even Peter, he was just so dull, and everyone's saying, oh my god, I love Peter, but I don't see the reasons why everyone loves him.
Peter is the creepy nice guy who you have to be with because he's nice. And if you're not with the nice guy, then you're a bad person. Like the guys like Peter who are owed a girl because they're nice to them, which is not kind of how attraction works. Keep mispronouncing his name before the movie came out as Peter. Like
Peter.
Like
Peter
as
bread.
In, yeah. Like,
Peter bread.
So I was thinking sphonical
Maybe
Peter,
it's
like the
Greek
Greek spinach, and I'm just like, that's tasty. I want to eat him. I don't want to date him.
But do you like Gale?
Yeah, I could.
Is it because it's Liam Hemsworth?
Look, you know, it could be the ugly Hemsworth, and I'd still go there. They're Hobbit brother. Like
the one that you never hear of.
If you Google them, like it's a genuine thing. The ugly Hemsworth.
The ugly Hemsworth.
The ugly Hemsworth.
Oh my god.
But he's ugly by Hemsworth standards.
Okay.
So it's like
they're pretty hot boys, I have to say. Australian made. A popular author that you just can't seem to get into.
A bit controversial. John Green. I tried so hard. Everyone keeps telling me I keep reading the wrong one. Everyone's telling me they want me to read Looking for Alaska.
Oh, but I read
Paper Towns and The Fault in Our Stars.
What did you think of Fault in Our Stars?
It was just like, oh, we're going to make you sad. Look, have I made you sad yet? Have I made you sad? And it's like, you haven't earned it. You have to earn it. I'm trying, and I'll keep reading his book. I see the impact that his writing has on teenagers and adults around the world. And I'm like, I need to get into it. Abundance of Catherines I haven't heard amazing things about. Lots of really amazing things about Looking for Alaska, so I've got to really give that one a go.
Laini Taylor probably for me.
Really? Why not?
I don't know, I just like, her books are just there and on my shelf. I just haven't. They're just there.
But you have them on the shelf, so you bought them at least.
I bought them, but they're just there. Every time I pick it up, and you know, when you pick a book up and you're like, okay, this is the next book I'm gonna read, you put the bookmark in, it's official, it sits beside your bed, and you're like, tonight I'm gonna read it before I go to bed.
And then
sit in bed, maybe not. John Green, for me, I think being young and reading his book, like, I read probably Fault in Our Stars when I was about 17. For me, it was just a really emotional read. Maybe for that time, for me, that was a really great book. But then now that I'm getting older and I look back at it, I think I can see a bit of its faults. You didn't like the movie? Angel Elgort's my sweetheart.
The voiceover is just like, nah, it's just like, you see her across the street and you hear the voiceover go, I crossed the street. It's like, no shit. He makes fun of the Hemsworths. He hates, you know, John Green.
Harry Potter.
And he
Ginny Weasley.
You know, he only reads Shades of Grey for the butt stuff. Like, it's just going to be a mess.
I should make a whole rap to do with this.
A popular book trope that you're tired of seeing.
Trope.
You wrote the questions.
I didn't write them. This is a tag on BookTube.
Trope is kind of like when you have, so say, I'll give you my example. My one is the absent parents in YA. Oh, where's Harry's parents? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
where's, you know,
book
all
trope,
these teenagers, it's like the cliches sort of thing. Oh, these teenagers are running out at night. Oh, where are their parents? parents? Why are they texting them? Why
Yeah.
are they calling them?
Yeah.
For me, it's both the strength and the weakness of YA, because if Harry Potter's parents were around, or if, you know, Katniss Everdeen's mum was hovering around, you'd be like, okay, that's...
Katniss Everdeen's mum. Seen the Starving Games? Yeah.
And so it had just completely changed the dynamics of the story.
Yeah.
So the parents not being there allows the kids to step up. But I think sometimes in YA, it's sort of like really, well, that's convenient. Her mum hasn't seen her for 3 days and doesn't care. Like,
Yeah.
there's that sort of, I can't suspend that.
I used to love them so much when I was a younger reader, but it'd be the love triangles. I'm now starting to get a bit annoyed with them. I hate when the female characters always have to rely on the male to be like their Superman. Like, I just find that really annoying, and the more I get older, it just annoys me so much. Even now, you know, reading books that I used to love when I was younger.
Yeah,
the
it
whole
is a bit
thing.
skin crawly.
Like, I love females that are really, you know, kick-ass and empowering and all that stuff. I'll give you an example. Okay, I said I love Twilight, right? But Belle's one in Twilight, that kind of, Edward. And then the female ends up getting themselves into bad situations for trying to be brave. Like, you know, Bella goes to that place with Edward and gets bitten and...
You just brought me back to that movie. That was
I'm
the
sorry.
worst movie. A popular series that you have no interest in reading.
Oh my god, I totally forgot
Okay,
it.
I'll mime it to you.
Oh, Six of Crows. Yeah, everyone's talking about that book, and I just haven't got into it. I don't know what it is.
I think it's Sarah J. Maas, like the Thorn of Crowns and
Court of
Thorns
Thorns
and whatever.
Roses.
Yeah, that.
Everyone's been talking of the second
I'm just
one.
like, I've
Yeah.
heard really bad things about the second one, so I'm just like, oh, okay. yeah, got
Apparently
this.
the ending. On Twitter, have you seen your Twitter where it's just like bang, 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 everyone's just talking about it? There was a week where that's all I heard about on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was going to space out because I have read the first one, but I haven't read the second one.
Final question, do you want to do it? Do you want me to do it?
I'll do it.
Oh, wow. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Okay, we'll do it. Why don't we do it together?
Okay.
The saying
Saying
goes,
goes,
the book is always better than the movie, but what movie or TV show adaptation do you prefer more than the book? Warm Bodies. I didn't mind the movie. I thought it was quite cute and, you know, just a movie to just chuck on the TV and relax to. And probably way back I read The Notebook, and for me the movie was just so much better than the book. I felt like the book was just giving ideas for the movie and the movie expanded on them more.
In terms of movie adaptation that I thought was better, in terms of YA, Hunger Games, especially the second one.
Yeah?
Even though I love the detail that's in the book that's not in the
Yeah.
movies, I still prefer the movies.
Really?
Yeah, except for splitting the third film up into. That didn't need to happen.
That did not. I hate when they do that.
I think if
now.
they just
Oh my
tightened
gosh.
it could have been a really, really tight 2.5 hour movie.
Yes.
That just really, really
Totally
worked.
agree.
But money.
Money.
I
yeah.
can't wait to write a trilogy that becomes 4 movies. I'll purposely make sure the third book is really, really bad. So they just like, how do we make this into 2 movies? And I'll be like,
I could be sitting next to the next big thing.
are you saying I'm not the next big thing now?
Yeah, you are the next big thing now.
You want it to be the last big thing,
The
so I
last
want to be a
big
big thing then, not
the present big thing.
Yes, there
Okay,
we go.
we'll
that
call you the
works.
present big thing. I'd love to thank Will for coming along with me and doing an interview and a tag today. He's been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for having me.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did. It was
You
really
did?
good fun.
It was really
Yeah.
fun. I'm Miranda. This is Will, and he likes 50 Shades of Grey.
I will never live this down. Like, I just know this is all going to come back to haunt me.
Oh, it is. See you.
See ya. Just going to take a photo far back so I can see how it's sitting.
So you've got a good 80 minutes of tape time, so...
Okay. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Cheers, John and Will.
Okay.
Worst person, Miranda.
We're good? I am the worst person.
You're the worst person.
Well, apparently you're a joker, so you know how it is. Personally, I'm not going to cut the... I never knew that. That's amazing.
Hey.
Hey, we learn something
Exclusive.
new every day. Exclusive. Okay, I'll cut that again.
All good.
Okay. I'll start it again. So this book, we're going to go over again. The majority of this book is based in high school. And as I was reading it, I mostly related to the character of Miles.
Yeah.
Oh, start again. That's Ryan.
I was going to say.
Okay. I knew this was going to happen to me. I'm a bit funny mouth today.
No,
Female, young female. We won't speak too soon in this interview.
You're not a young male, are you?
My cheeky high school experiences. And so
Yeah, okay, come on, I've got to hear this.
Okay,
Yeah.
I took year 12 food tech, and it was our last day. And so the teacher took upon making us all hot chocolate. She made herself a coffee. Now, I was one of the last people in the room. So as I was walking in the room, there were like 2 left. And I picked up her coffee. I had a sip and I realised, oh, this is the teacher's coffee that I'm drinking. I put it back and then I walked away and took my hot chocolate. Then I found that she ended up walking back to the classroom with that coffee that I had just taken a sip of, and I didn't tell her.
Hey, well, where's the rebellious? Is that it?
That's
it?
I was a good student.
That's really sad.
Turn all the cameras off and then we'll get booted for the second video, which is really
Gay. Hey, Captain Kim.
fun. On my phone. Did you? Oh, did you take photos too?
Not photos, but
Oh, you're a darling. Thank
Take
you.
some photos.
Take some photos, Nick.
So I can then you can send me a photo. And put a DM and I'll put it up.
we had it on flash. So it was like,
Nick! What were we doing before? I know,
No, 'cause
I'm a
with
bit
the
of
camera
a...
setup, we should do like Mamma Mia, like, you know, with your face.
Mamma Mia!
Yeah, but you got like, so my face is there and your face would be there.
Oh, that'd be a good edited actually. Popular.
Yeah, I'll find it. It's okay. I can count.
Okay.
Up to 7.
You didn't count to 10 before, you only got up to 6.
That's because my audio was set up right.